Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage, all got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered, where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. When them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goals regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah. Aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation rather one of you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one of you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Hey. Yeah.
We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Steering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one of you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one of you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
This is unmuted the whole time.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard any of that. Welcome to the People's Podcast, the ears that will listen and where your opinion matters. Before we begin today's episode, it's sponsored by our CBD-infused seltzers beverages. If you're looking for a clean, refreshing way to support calm and balance, Shimmerwood offers a mindful option without the heaviness. Use our promo code ThePeople for 30% off your orders. Now, in today's conversation, we're talking about shame versus guilt. Why confusing the two has caused so much unnecessary pain. One emotion helps us repair and grow, and the other teaches us to attack ourselves from being human. One heals, one hurts. Let's break it down. Here's the deeper meaning of what it meant in the matter of it.
So guilt is connected to behavior. It shows us when our actions fall out of alignment with our values and invites repair. Shame is connected to identity. It tells the nervous system that mistakes threaten belonging, safety, and love. For many people, shame developed early through correction without care, conditional approval, or emotional withdrawal. Shame keeps people stuck in survival mode. Guilt supports growth when safety exists. And when we confuse shame for accountability, we normalize emotional harm. When we separate the two, we create space for responsibility rooted in dignity. You can acknowledge harm without believing you are harmed.
We usually have a whole panel here, but I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the new year, new behavior, new growth. I don't know. A lot of people are not feeling well, or they're doing other things. So I don't know. I guess it's going to be DDH and I. So DDH, do you know the difference between shame and guilt?
Shame and guilt. Yeah, I do know that it's a major difference. Shame to me is when you feel, like you feel bad about something, or you like looking down on it. The guilt is just you just feeling like, in the same sense, bad about something too. You just feel like what you did wasn't maybe justified, or however you reacted, or whatever.
Okay, so how were mistakes handled in your home growing up?
So I know in my home, childhood, of course, you got disciplined. If it was a simple mistake, you would get told that what you did was wrong, and shouldn't have done that. I guess it was the severity of what the mistake was, as far as the punishment was upheld.
You don't give me long to search things. So, welcome, SGF Graham. Try it again. No, your signal.
Yeah, because why?
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace. I know what you're saying because I know you, but no, we can't hear you. He said the Wi-Fi off, I think. Welcome, Kendall Cobb.
Hello. All's well.
All is truly well. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about shame and guilt. And I was asking DDH if you know the difference between shame and guilt.
So the difference of shame and guilt?
Yes.
Excuse me one sec.
Okay. So Sorry about that. We're usually ran a little bit better. A lot's going on because of the holidays and stuff. Shame is a feeling of embarrassment or humiliation that rises from the perception of having done something dishonorable, immoral, or improper. That's Google definition of it. Let me find out what guilt is. So guilt is the fact or state of having committed an offense, crime, or violation, wrong, especially against moral or penal laws. So I guess the definition is different from when you say you are guilty is because you've done something wrong. And the shame is when you beat yourself up over it and you keep on repeating it and like just, I guess, condemning yourself for it over and over.
Yeah, I was able to also find that basically it said that the key difference is that the guilt focuses on behavior such as I did something bad, motivate and repair, while shame focuses on identity. I am bad, leading to self-criticism, hiding, and isolation.
Okay. So, Kendall, are you able to answer this one real quick?
Oh, yes. Don't mind the background noises. I got a bunch of kids over today from the holidays and all that stuff, so it's always something. So
yeah. So what happens in your body when you feel you've done something wrong?
Basically, it kind of goes into almost like a regret feeling. It backlashes against you. If you feel that conscience that's telling you that something's not right, then it's not right. But you still did it anyways, even before or after the fact you did something wrong. And it tells you, like, yeah, I did something wrong, but I don't know how I did it wrong. So there's many different definitions and flaws for how we tend to ignore those type of signs and signals for what we did wrong without even realizing it.
So, SGF Graham, how can you tell the difference between shame and guilt besides the definition itself?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I don't feel neither one of them. Maybe y'all can tell me. How do you feel shame or guilt? I feel guilt sometimes or whatever when I do something wrong that I didn't mean to, but I don't know about this shame thing.
I think that I'm in the same boat with you kind of, but I think when we overly beat ourselves up over it and we keep on thinking about it over and over and we don't let it go. Like, I feel guilty when I do things, but yeah, I'm not going to hold myself in contempt over it. But I think that's the line, though. What do you think? I think that's the line that some people do. They tend to hold themselves in contempt over it.
Yeah, because what the shame or the guilt, or
both?
Both. Yeah, well,
it's not for guilt itself, but when it becomes shame.
Yeah, because I mean,
guilt is just taking accountability that you did it.
Yeah, and then it's when you're looking at it like giving yourself the self-criticism and stuff. It's kind of like when you're ashamed. But I mean, it would seem like both of them you would kind of beat yourself up. But
no, not necessarily, and that's what it's trying to say. It's trying to say one's healing and the other one is hurting you.
Yeah, because pretty much, I guess, so in a sense, shame would be like there's something wrong with me. I'm ashamed.
Yeah. And that's the kind of part that's hurting you. That's not the part that's helping you, healing you.
Right. Yes.
Being guilty of something is taking accountability for it. Shaming yourself is holding yourself locked into it and saying that you're useless or whatever the case may be. What messages did you learn about being imperfect? SGF Graham, what message did you learn about being imperfect?
That's perfect. Everybody's imperfect or whatever. So whoever don't have whoever ain't never did a sin, may they cast the first stone. Otherwise, leave me alone. That's my real thought about it all, or whatever. Like, you can't make me feel guilty in that. I feel guilty enough personally about whatever I did. Well, so nobody can make me feel away or whatnot to what the question was.
Okay. Can you read the comments?
Sure. Moon Tortoise says, peace and love in transit, very bad signal. I love you, Sky, so much. First show of the new cycle. Geo Charge says, I'm here in the comments. Love you all. And also, Moon Tortoise states that guilt implies wrongdoing took place. Shame can be over a lot of things. They're really similar.
And I'm going to ask everybody the same question because I love to hear how I have a different take on the imperfect part. So I'm going to ask you first, DDH, what message did you learn about being imperfect?
With message learned, I would say that growth comes from mistakes. So if you feel like you're imperfect about something, whatever you feel like you did that might have been imperfect, if you feel like you can work on it and make it better, then that's where the growth comes from. So that the next time, if you look at it situation, whatever it was that happened or you did or how you handled something, that growth spurt or growth part is like, hey, I remember how I handled last time this way or felt about things this way, and now this is how I handled it this time.
Can you see those two? Are they saying anything?
No, thank you for our TikTok family for joining too. We appreciate all the hearts.
So, Kendo, what message did you learn about being imperfect?
When it comes to being imperfect, there's really no such thing. The fact we all have flaws, and the fact we're all human. It's in our nature to have the imperfect persons, if that makes sense. Just the fact we keep on trying to do our best and we keep on feeling for not being our best. So it's just in our nature just to do better for ourselves.
I partially agree on what you're saying, and everybody's opinion is correct for them. And my opinion is on that one is that I don't like to refer to myself as only human, just our own personal beliefs. I don't think that I'm imperfect though at all. I think I'm perfectly made just the way I am. Everything that I've done is designed for a purpose, and every imperfection, whoever labeled them imperfections, are just a baseline that someone said that, oh, that means you're imperfect. No, I'm perfectly made just the way I am, even when I stumble. Because I've learned so much along this journey that this is the school of hardwood knocks for real. And this is where we get our PhD. We all signed up to come here so we could learn to free ourselves from ourselves. What I love about this is that everybody has a different opinion and everybody has a different view, and perception is so important to a lot of people. And at the end of the day, it only should really matter to you, how you see you. So I don't think I'm imperfect at all. And not saying that I am flawless or I don't make mistakes. I think I am designed just the way I'm supposed to be, just so I can learn in I don't know. I'm striving to be. I just don't see myself as imperfect. So DDH, how does shame show up in your inner dialogue?
How does shame show up in inner dialogue? Like, meaning how I handle when I'm dealing with shame, or
You see what I seen. So how does shame show up in your inner dialogue? It means your thoughts, I guess.
I don't know. I hate dealing with shame because it's once I feel like if I get in that state of mind, if I did something wrong, then I tend to dwell in it for quite some time until I pull myself up out of it. So I can tell you that it doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. Going through it. I guess with me, whatever I'm feeling shameful about, I try to think, should I, even feel that way? But I let it sometimes, or I have a lot let it sometimes just tear me down.
And I want to say thank you to Christopher Dennis for making that comment. Everybody hit the share button. Yes, please. Everyone needs this. The right people will come across it, those that really need it. So, what behaviors do people use to escape shame?
There's many different varieties of definitions because mostly what I find out is they try to find many excuses to avoid it or any type of conversation just to neglect it. So it kind of plays both holes for how you want to read the person or not. And they'll try to play mind games or manipulation, whatever it may be. So it's a whole collaboration, I think.
Yeah. SGF Graham. So, what does accountability feel like when safely represented or presented?
That sounds like a trick question. Normal? I mean, I don't know. The normal feels right. I don't know. I, I've always like ever since a kid that's like been a thing pushed. So if I didn't take accountability, I always felt like this little nervousness in me that everybody know that I'm lying and I did it or whatever, But when I take accountability, I don't feel nothing. Because I did the right thing. So what am I supposed to feel like doing right or whatever? Like right should feel norm. Whatever right shouldn't feel exciting. Whatever should feel norm. That doing not taking accountability should feel awkward, in my opinion.
And I do, and I agree. And I also have seen that how there's like this weird line before taking accountability and then trying to shame you. Like, okay, so yeah, you didn't do what they think you did, or you didn't say what they think you said, or yeah, you took the piece of cookie when you weren't supposed to eat the cookie, or whatever the case may be. As an adult, unless you're out there really doing harm and injustice in people, I find it weird that you have to take accountability for things. Unless you're out there stealing and really harming people. Who is your judge? Who's your parent? Who's your teacher? Who do you have to take accountability to? Why do you have to say, yes, you're right, I did do that, and I feel bad and I apologize, and now throw me in contempt, please, and put me in this cage of guilt? We all are just, I don't know. I voiced my opinion too much on this one.
I run across people that's actually appalled how fast I took accountability. Like let's take the example of the cookie you brought up. Oh, who ate my cookie? My hand up. As they're asking or whatever, I'm thinking in my head, oh snap, that was your cookies, and my hand up. Hey, I did it. My bad. You want me to go get you some more right now? And then they'll look at me and be like, oh, you just said you did it and looked me dead in the eyes and didn't care how I felt about it. Like, what, I was supposed to be scared of you? I told the truth. What are you talking about? Or whatever, like.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad it's the only one, because as an adult, we do things and it may be not what the next person thinks we should do, but doesn't mean that we're going to trial on this. We don't have to. I mean, I didn't steal from nobody. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't break the law. I apologize. I offended you somehow.
Exactly.
And I'm on agreement with that 100%, because I hear it all the time. Oh, you ain't taking accountability. My bad. I don't know what else you want me to do. Yeah, that's me taking accountability. I messed up, but doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and degrade myself and put myself down so you can feel good. That don't make sense to me.
I like to give this quick example. I know everybody's not religious or read the Bible, but in John 8, you know, the Pharisees and the scribes brought up an adulterous woman. They wanted Jesus to stone her because that was the popular thing. They wanted him to judge on her or whatever. And after he basically said, "No, I'm not judging the flesh," or whatever, she sat around, I guess, to take accountability. She was waiting to repent. And Jesus looked at her and he said, "Go forward and be better." He did not say repent. He did not say, he said, "Go forward and be better." Well, people don't want you to do that. They want you to repent and beg sorry. No, I'm just not going to touch your cookies anymore. Is that cool? That should be awesome for you. I'm going to do better. Like, they don't want that though.
See, and I guess maybe it's how I was raised, because when I was younger, my dad told me to go in my room and think about what I did wrong. And he'd come in and talk to me about it later. And he said that I have to really ponder on what I did wrong, because I was going to get punished. I was going to get a spanking no matter what. But I had to think about what I did first, because he wasn't going to spank me if I didn't understand what I did first. So I'd go in my room, and the whole time I'm in my room, I know I told the story before, but the whole time I'm in my room, I'm getting prepared for the spanking that I totally forgot what I did wrong. So he'd come back in 5 minutes later and he'd be like, "So did you think about what you did wrong?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, what have you been doing in here?" I said, "Well, I'm worried about the spanking." And he was like, "Why worry about the spanking? I want you to really focus on what you did. Because the spanking is not the issue. The issue is what you did wrong. I need you to know what you did wrong so you can know the difference between right and wrong." So he'd walk out and I'd be in there again thinking by myself, and he'd come back in and he goes 5 minutes later, "Did you think about what you did wrong?" And I'd be like, "No." And he's like, "What did you do?" And I had on 6 pairs of underwear, 3 pairs of pants. I had a book behind me. I said I was getting prepared for the spanking. He was like, "That's not what I'm going to do." He said, "I really don't want you to focus on the punishment. I want you to focus on what you did wrong." I said, I can't focus on what I did wrong because I'm still worried about getting punished. And I don't know if they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree, but my son used to cry every night for my dad to give him a spanking. And he would be like, "I can't go to sleep until I get my spanking." And my dad was like, "Dude, I don't want to spank you." He's like, "No, I need it. I need it before I can go to sleep." I don't know if my son had love twisted or what, but that's how it was for him. For me, I didn't want the abuse. I really didn't want to, because I didn't mean to do whatever I did wrong. I didn't even know it was wrong, probably. But, you know, my son, he's like, "Bring on the punishment. I need it." I'm like, weird. Every night he'd cry and cry. And my dad said, "Why are you crying?" And he'd be like, "I'm ready for my spanking." My dad was like, "You don't have to have a spanking. Just need you to go to sleep." He said, "No, I can't without the spanking."
I wish my parents did that. My parents was like, "You know what you did, bend over," or whatever. And then they'll tell me to think about it after night. Go to your room and think about it. I ain't thinking about it. I'm thinking about blowing up the house every time I get a whooping. What y'all? I ain't thinking about what I did. I'm hot right now, God.
Yeah, my dad was a different kind of parent. My mom was the abusive one. My mom, you never thought about what you did wrong. It's whatever was next to her was a weapon. I mean, from the frying pan to the shoe to the brush to whatever is next to her. And it doesn't even have to be anything you did. It was more the fact that she was feeling some type of way and she needs someone to take it out on. And we just happened to be in her eye view. She was a totally different breed.
You ever had to dodge a wiffle bat? That is the scariest sound of the dodge. I just hearing all that air. You said that's enough for the whooping. By the time they hit you, you already felt it from all the winds when it missed you.
We had those boards that look like spoons with the holes in them.
Oh, yeah. I didn't play with people that walked around with them.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
used
play.
to.
I didn't play with them old folks that walked around with them, or them old belts that look like somebody just ripped a piece off the cow and punch holes in it. Yeah, you ain't finna hit me with neither one of them. I'm finna be good the rest of the day. You ain't finna hit me with that.
I think you used to beat rugs and stuff back in the day with it. But yeah, that's what anything that was close enough for my mom to grab was a weapon. And it all sounded dangerous when it was coming very fast. So, yeah. So, I can't answer ones about shame. How about you? How does shame affect relationships?
Well, if you feel ashamed, you're dying. So sometimes you doing that can rub off on your partner. They don't want to see that, and or even your loved ones. I mean, so you continue to just shame yourself. It's kind of like if you got connection, that would be, well, dang, I'm looking at you feeling down about this too, and it's kind of getting me down like that. So I think that if you are doing that, or you are feeling that taking that route to feel like that, it's best to, I hate to say it, to do it alone, or to you get yourself up out of it, because you know that those things can rub off on other people.
I don't let people really stay negative long around me, honestly, do I?
No.
I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
I don't let that happen around me. So yeah, if you're feeling some type of way, I'm gonna remove myself from the situation, because that energy is not mine, and I make sure of that. Can you read this comment real quick?
Yes, Moon Tortoise is coming in scattered. The broken captions weave tales of spankings and crying, and I'm confused and scared. Peace be to who is applicable.
Yeah, it comes in. It comes in rough. What's this one say?
It's the spoons, belts, and spatulas.
Said Kendall.
Yeah. Kendall.
And what's this one again?
Moon Tortoise said, I got some monstrous paddles.
Yeah. I think go ahead, Jeff Graham.
I was about to ask Kendall, do they twist switches together up in Canada like they do down here in the Southeast? I can't speak for the rest of America, but ain't nothing like you going out and get a switch and your mama say it ain't big enough and she go get another one and then she twist them mugs together. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
I would say most definitely, and then some. That I'm allowed to explain on mine. So it's just like, yeah, we've all been there too.
See, I was gonna say my grandma Demon, God bless her. So, sweet lady, house always smelled like bananas. Sweet lady. There's a things that kids couldn't do back in the day, and one was open up the refrigerator or talk when adults were in the room. She would make us kneel on kidney beans. We had to kneel on those kidney beans for like 20 minutes, and I don't know. I kind of rather have the lashings than kneeling on those kidney beans. That was torture. That was torture.
I felt the same way about standing in the corner. My dad was a military man, so when he realized that I didn't mind standing in the corner because my ADHD, I could turn that corner into a party or whatever. When he started doing that stand on one leg, and we stand on one leg for the whole Star Trek episode, and then when Quantum Leap come on, we switch legs and stand on that one leg and then when you get out the corner, you wobbling.
Yeah. My mom had to stand in the corner, and then not only stand in the corner, then she would duct tape my mouth because I would sing when I was in the corner. We did the quarter on the nose and not let it drop. I was really good at balancing, and I could sing and still balance at the same time. I think that's how I can walk gracefully.
Yes.
but yeah, I had to have duct tape on my mouth too, because like I didn't really take punishment well. I just didn't see it as punishment because I'm away from you guys and I don't have to hear you. I really disassociate now, even as an adult. So threatening everything is not going to hurt my feelings because I want to be alone. So please tell me you're going to leave me alone. Tell me you're going to go somewhere. Tell me you're not going to talk to me no more. Tell me Tell me all those things that you think is going to hurt my feelings, because I promise you I want them. I do. What did Moon Tortoise say?
The old switch.
The old switch. Yeah.
I think he's familiar with that switch.
Yeah.
I don't feel so good.
So I guess this podcast really doesn't represent us well enough for the shame and guilt kind of thing, because I think all of us have healed past that part, and we realize that, as an adult, if, like I said, if you don't break the law, who are you in trouble by? Like, who's gonna punish you? I don't find punishment as an adult anymore, unless it's the government and the system. I don't see it as punishment. Threatens hurt. I mean, if it feels good to threaten me, go right ahead, because it is what it is. But how do we interpret? Oh, I can't do that. How do we interpret the shame cycle? I don't even know what the shame cycle is. Can you search what the shame cycle is? I don't even know what that is.
Shame cycle.
So, Kenda, what helps transfer guilt into growth?
I'm pretty sure it's basically related to acceptance, accepting for what you can or cannot change, and then go from there.
Yeah. So, and this one says, what would healing look like without self-punishment? Ask Jeff Graham this, and then I'll ask you.
What would healing look like without
Without.
self-punishment?
Mm-hmm.
What punishment do the person take themselves through in order to heal? Maybe that's the question I need to know.
So what do you think it is?
I can't think of no punishment besides not. I mean, if not diving into what you're healing from is a punishment, rather it's an addiction, I can see that being a punishment. You can't do what you're no longer doing what you enjoy to do. So you're self-punishing yourself in order to get to the next level of whatever you're trying to attain. But I feel like if you're gonna call it growth, you can't look at it as punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, it's like the cup half full or cup half empty. It's the same thing, but it's the perspective of how you look at it. Is your cup half empty or is your cup half full? I wouldn't look at it as a punishment. I don't know, a reset. I wouldn't even know what to call that. Whatever. I definitely wouldn't call it punishment going through growth. Unless they're talking about suffering, maybe, because you're stopping doing what you're doing, or you're no longer hanging with the people you participated in. So the pain of loneliness or what? I don't know. I can't answer that. I can't answer almost none of these.
Neither can I. What do they say about the cycle? What is the shame cycle?
So yeah, well, the shame cycle is, well, it says to interrupt the shame cycle. You want to practice self-compassion, talk about your feelings with trusted people, challenge negative thoughts by refraining them as mistakes, and focus on connection rather than isolation, using mindfulness and self-care to create a safe space for healing and self-acceptance. So
it doesn't say what the shame cycle is, though.
Yeah, that's how to interrupt it. So it's a shame cycle.
Once you figure out what it is, that's how you interrupt it. He could see taking a lesson out of every experience as well would help us grow.
So it says
Geocharge.
A shame cycle is a self-perpetuating loop. Yeah,
Perpetuating
loop where a triggering event like a mistake leads to intense negative self-criticism, which causes feeling of worthlessness and drives self-sabotaging behaviors like isolation, addiction, or lashing out, which then creates more reasons to feel shame, locking you into a painful pattern. It's a cycle of feeling bad, shameful rather than feeling bad about something, which is guilt, leading to destructive actions that confirm the negative belief that I am flawed. So then
Okay.
it breaks down and has examples and stuff.
Okay. So I have an example that will help. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So I have an example that will help. When I had a child young. I had a child at 17, about to be 18. Or I just turned 18. And it hurt. It hurt so bad. After I had the child, though, I looked down, I forgot about how that pain felt. So same thing with shame, I think. Once you get yourself out of that self-sabotage behavior and beat yourself up, you tend to forget what it felt like and what shame really truly was. I recall those once you read The Shame Cycle. I recall me doing that to myself in certain situations in time in life when I wasn't, where I thought that I had to be a certain way that I wasn't. I thought I had to walk this line to fit in, to be normal or acceptable. And then once I unconditioned my mind and freed my eyes and stopped looking at this world as if this is the guideline of who I have to be and start judging myself off of other people, I forgot what shame felt like, if that makes sense. Kendall, did you have a moment of growth where you used to feel shame now that you know what the cycles are and then that you no longer do?
I'd say it's still ongoing for what I'm learning on a weekly basis or however many years it may take. It's always going to be something for everlasting learning, as you say. So basically, for how I am for being self-critical when it comes to my artwork and all that stuff, I'm still learning not to be so doubtful in what I'm capable of. And now that I'm learning the process for the capabilities that I am, this is one of those things of, holy crap, I can accomplish this. So yeah, it's always ongoing.
Ask Jeff Graham, how about you? SGF Graham.
Oh, my bad. I was on another site looking up what shame versus shame cycle, and it sounds like what we would call self-sabotage. Maybe I gotta look up self-sabotage versus shame cycle and see what they say the differences could be. But and calling it self-sabotage under that context, then okay, yeah, I can think of several moments that I self-sabotage myself because I was so worried about what I did right here, how it was going to affect everything, that I accidentally screwed up on other things or missed other things because I was so worried about that. That's about the only example I could think of or whatever. I'm still finna look up while y'all go to the next person with the next question. I'm still finna look up a few more things. But that's under self-sabotage. I can see that, but I wouldn't call that a shame cycle or whatever, like, because the definition for shame is feeling consciously negative about something you done. I'll be right back. I need to get to looking up stuff. I'll be right back.
Let us know. I have had things live rent-free in my house, in my mental home before, and that I've dwelled on, that I've done, and that maybe that may be it. That may be it, though. What's this say?
GeoCharge says, the Kindle Cow says, what about the salt?
No, it's on here.
Oh, I was just reading it and it threw me off. Where we at now?
It's on the screen.
Okay, Lori Ann Hart. Been a while since I caught you live. Great topic and questions.
Thank you. Thank you. That's already been read. And so is that one.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was trying to tell you. I put it on the screen for you.
Okay, it says self-sabotage is the action of feeling emotionally in the shame cycle. So shame cycle is emotions and self-sabotaging is the action. That's the way that they're defining it.
Okay. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I can relate to that then if that's the case, because it's not the feeling that really affected me. It was what I did with that feeling that I felt that really affected me. What does the geochart say?
The geochart says,
no, God, I'm willing. He wants to further.
God, I'm willing says, I have one at this year closing, and it hit hard as can be. The last true vice I had to kick was nicotine. Today I had one more smoke, and God told me to quit forcefully, but I sat there afterwards and just heard him saying, you can't do this no more, and to not beat myself up about and not to self-sabotage because of choices made. And my apologies for saying that wrong.
That's part of it?
No, I just said that because you said I said his name wrong.
Oh, because he switched count.
Oh, okay. I think, oh yeah, that's all of it. That's everything
Yeah.
he said.
Man, you know what? I heard the same thing last night. And yesterday I threw everything away. And today I was walking around like a panicking, nervous wreck. After by noontime, I was like, oh my God, I really threw everything away. What the hell was I thinking? You know, well, I was like, I had to get back to understanding I'm in this fleshly body, like spiritually, mentally, I'm ready. But my body wasn't even prepared for what I chose. Well, so mentally, I was like literally all day I was fighting my body, like, bro, we good. We don't need no blunt. We good. We don't need no blunt. Wet like 7:30, right before the show, I broke and went and got one. Good. I was like, I got just one. I did good. I ain't smoked nothing all day. Just one. You know, I started compromising with myself, and I now with this, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna mess around and self-sabotage myself and miss a blessing. Whatever. So now with that, I looked it up, compared to shame cycle. Okay, I could say I stopped myself from going through a shame cycle today.
There you go.
Because when I was in that car on the way to go get it, the whole time I was like, damn, bro, you didn't even make it 24 hours after you said you was done. Like I had already started working on my brain. Whatever, you know, I was like, man, Darren, stop it, man. You trying. You made it almost all day. That's better than anything you did for the last 4 years. You would have smoked 5, 6 times already. You know, well, so you know, I had to stop myself shaming or the shaming cycle or the self-sabotage. I had to stop that because I actually felt it coming on the way to go get what I was going to get.
Are you quitting cigarettes too?
Yeah, I'm quitting everything.
Okay.
I've been quit drinking. But I want to quit everything. I ain't saying it's gonna be forever or whatever, but my first thing is quit for 3 months. And then I feel like once I quit for 3 months, why am I touching it again? So I'm not making some obscene goal that, you know, quit for a year. Boy, whatever. But quit 3 months, that sounds feasible. And then after I go 3 months, honestly, why am there's no need to pick it back up.
You know, willpower and self-control are two different things.
Yes, it is.
And that's what I got twisted before. I used to get thinking that they were the exact same. I used to think willpower and self-control were the exact same thing. And then when I realized it wasn't. And I look at things differently now. eventually I want to maintain self-control at all times. I love the walk that the monks are doing right now. I appreciate that. And not just for peace, but you have a whole group of people that made a promise for silence. That's what they lived in, silence, and they didn't react just because the world's reacting. And they decided to move. They decided to walk for peace. This world's pretty fucked right now. I just want to let you know that. If you got the monks walking for peace, I think we have to reevaluate ourselves. Can you read that comment that's on there?
God Unwilling says, I feel you, SGF. It's been a long time habit, and now knowing more, is habitual, like the act of doing it. So switching my brain to pick up new healthy habits.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, God Unwilling. I know right now that literally the only time I feel like smoking is when I have nothing to do. So my new goal is to, out of every hour, try to find something to do for 30 minutes. That might drive me crazy, but I know it's just boredom. Whenever I'm gone out in the world doing things, I don't smoke nobody else's blunt. I don't think about nicotine. I don't think about nothing. But as soon as I get home, my relaxed state where I'm doing absolutely nothing, it comes out. But I don't even think about it. Like, I don't think about it at all when I'm not home. I don't even think about it when I'm at home. I just like he said, it's a habit. It becomes second nature. I go in the house and just while I'm talking, I just go over there while I keep everything and I'm just doing what I do. Every now and then I'll be like, dang, how long I been on? She like, you just walked over there or whatever. Like, it's just a habit that I have to break. I have to figure out something else to do, like he said.
I remember when I was kicking that habit, and I smoked for years and years and years. And that was what you said at first. Within the first 30 minutes, it's like, because I quit cold turkey. At first, I used the patch, and then I forgot to wear it like on the third day, and I'm like, man, it's just a mental thing. I really don't need it. Then I feel stressed or something will upset me. Then I'll smoke one, buy a pack, get a pack away. Then when I got into that mode where I was like, okay, it's been a week, then it's been 2 weeks, then it's been 3 weeks, and I just quit thinking about it. But you know, it's crazy. Once you go so long, you still get an urge. No matter how long I quit, I'll get an urge real quick for maybe like 10 or 20 seconds, but then it'll go away after that.
I definitely feel you because every now and then, like all my homeboys drink beer like it ain't nothing, and they act like they forgot every time they come around me or whatever. And I always turn it down, but deep down, every now and then, I swear I just felt some beer just go down my throat. I'm like, dang, I want to hit that bill, but I'm gonna say no because it's been this long. I'm like, dang, well, I really still got the taste in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
What's he say?
God Unwilling says facts. Boredom is a huge factor. Keeping my mind busy. I will spend my time writing more music and recording and getting things done that I have put off for so long because of being lethargic, because of choosing my vices over my calling to do real things.
So, SGF Graham, what lessons can you carry without carrying the pain of guilt?
Learning from what you did. That's the one. That's the main one that I could think of. Learning what made you feel guilty about it, so you won't have to go through that again.
Yeah. Kendo, what does accountability feel like when it's gentle?
More so peaceful. You just know.
Yeah. I like that answer because you know what it is? It's overly explaining. I used to do that a lot. because I felt bad and I really wanted someone to know what I really meant, because they weren't receiving me the same way I was taking it. And I was overly explaining, and I realized overly explaining it is the same thing as what you did. You're still beating yourself up within it, trying to get someone else to understand what you're saying, when at the end of the day, you don't really have to make somebody else understand what you're saying. You said what you had to say, and that should be it, whether they receive that properly or not. Can you read this for me?
Lori Ann Hart says, "Hi, for me, shame gave me permission to loathe myself and fed my feelings of worthlessness. Worthlessness fed my addiction that perpetuated guilt spirals, ruminating on past and futures."
Yeah. There's another one, please.
Donald Willen says, "Tranquility of mind brings peace inside. I tell myself up that constantly."
So how can you speak to yourself, DDH, in a way that supports growth?
Just to tell myself whatever second guessing myself about, I'm feeling down about, just pick myself up and continue to tell myself that I can overcome it, or that I shouldn't feel this way. We control the narrative of how we allow our feelings to go. So if we just self-talk, keep telling ourselves good self-talk about ourselves, then, and it's okay to make this mistake or whatever, we can grow past it. Key to it is whatever mistake you feel bad about making, just know and move past it, and don't continue and just change.
I went on someone's post one time, and I asked them if they wanted to come on the podcast. This was just a few days ago. And it was like 2-something in the morning. I had time. I was reading this comment. This girl wrote back to me, and she told me to move the fuck on and go on. And I was like, I'm confused. Don't ask someone to come on the podcast. Like, what are you trying to say to me? And then after that, they wrote this long paragraph to the person whose post it was on, under my comment. And I was like, oh, I guess that you're no longer talking to me. Are you sure you don't, maybe you want to come on? She's like, because I don't need your help with my mental health. And I said, obviously you don't. Obviously, sweetheart, you don't. Just to let you know, though, my door is open. If you do want to talk, you are more than welcome to come on yourself. I said, but as of right now, I see that this is no longer about me. But this is my business, and my business is asking everybody if they want to come on the show, if they want to participate, if they want to share their experiences, because this platform isn't just mine. It's for the people. And I really want people to share their experiences, because how are we going to know another way of thinking if we don't see another way of thinking? We're going to be stuck in the mindset of how we were conditioned, how our belief system was shared upon us and taught to us as a child. We're not going to know that this is how we should think, or there's an option. There's another option. I was stuck when I was a kid, and my belief systems were really rooted into me. And I thought that was the only way it was. And then as I got older, I realized that that's not true. And I had to uncondition my mind and free my eyes and see the world differently without being told how to see it. And that's when I knew that somebody else probably feels the same way. Somebody else might benefit by coming on here and seeing another opinion, seeing another option, seeing another way of thinking of it, instead of sitting within ourselves and feeling guilty and beating ourselves up and begging someone else to come back into our lives and being destructive, not just to ourselves, but to others. Because when you're in an unhealed state of mind, you don't just beat up others. You beat yourself up. And people leave your lives. They just do. But you're still stuck with you. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, Yeah, I made the right choices. I said what I was, my intent was pure and genuine. I wasn't out here coming from an ugly place and trying to attack somebody. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I just left it and blocked her because eventually she wasn't talking to me anymore. It was her venting to him. And I was like, I just needed to leave the situation. But at the end of the day, I want people to come on. I want people to have a different opinion and see a different way of looking at it, because life doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be self-beating yourself up and thinking that you made this huge mistake and now you're stuck in this victim mindset and you can't escape the loop. What does this say by Moon Tortoise?
Here's Moon Tortoise says, here's to another year of our healing network.
This one too.
That's the positive. I love you.
Love you too, Moon Tortoise. So, let's do positive quotes. What's your positive thing, Kendall?
You got to keep moving forward. You only got one life to live, and that's just okay.
Or you don't.
Rephrase. You got more than one life.
That's Jeff Graham. What's your positive message?
Don't give up. Don't give up and clean your house.
Clean your house.
And I'm not talking physically.
Not at all. It's the mental house. We're missing Jewsby. My positive message is break generational curses and stop repeating cycles. SGF Graham told me one, like, I don't remember if it was during the show or after the show, but stop saying that, you know, at least you learned a lesson from that. Because if you're going to keep putting yourself in a situation to learn a lesson from it, then you're going to keep putting yourself in situations that you got to learn a lesson from it. So they weren't his exact words, but that's how I perceived it.
Oh yeah, you got the message.
Stop asking for lessons to learn, lady. So, yeah, I received that one completely. So that's my positive message. Break the generational curses and stop talking to the universe in a negative manner and in asking for negativity in your life. Start giving yourself self-affirmations and self-approval and loving yourself, and tell the universe good things, because the universe just wants to please you. It just wants to make you happy. And if you're going to speak negative, the universe is going to say, okay, then here's negative, because I want to do what you want. And you keep saying that you're broke and that you're tired and that, you know, life is hard and this, you know, what do you expect? You're this and you're that. Well, the universe is going to keep on showing you that, because that's what you're asking for. But once you start speaking positive things about you, then the universe is going to give you that, because that's what you're asking for. Did you do your positive thing already?
Keep your face in sight towards the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you.
Welcome, Phoenix Dumpster. Or Dumpster Phoenix. Dumpster Phoenix. We're about to end it. I miss you all the whole show. You want to give us a positive quote and we'll put it on the show. Guilt asks us to repeat and repair. Shame demands punishment. One opens the door to growth. The other keeps it locked. Here on the People's Podcast, we believe accountability does not require humiliation. I can't even say that words. That means I do not speak it. And healing does not require suffering. If you've been carrying shame that never belonged to you, this is your reminder. Responsibility and self-respect can exist together. This episode was sponsored by Shimmerwood CBD infused seltzer beverages. If you're looking for a clean, refreshing way to support your calm and balance, Shimmerwood offers a mindful option without the heaviness. Use the promo code ThePeople and get 30% off your order. Until next time, please remember your opinion matters. Thank you for listening. And this is Liz Devine's positive quote. Ask for wondrous things, but have realistic expectations. Let your imagination run wild, but stay grounded. Love you, Badger. Love you, Dumpster Phoenix. Ashe, everyone. Say peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
Good
All
night.
love, Henny.
All love, henny, hen. Kendall say, see ya. No. See ya.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people. Rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. When them tries to kill you. But with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup. We finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah.
We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Sneering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt or disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.